Now, it is a beautiful sunny day here in Tralee, I can tell you, but with the sunshine comes a notable drop in temperatures, and we were all shivering a little bit this morning coming into work and getting out of bed early. Appropriate, therefore, that Danny is talking about winter coats and coziness and cuddly jackets and all that area this afternoon. Welcome, Danny, first of all.
Thank you very much.
Your timing is great because it is going to get a bit colder, I believe, in the next couple of days, and it is noticeably colder already.
There's a bit of nearly frost in the air, I think, this afternoon when you're in the shade. When you're in the sun, it's grand, but when you're in the shade,
there's a nip there.
Yeah.
Now, you were just telling me during the break there that teddy bear coats are flying off the shelves at the moment.
They're massive everywhere, for children's, for men's, for women. There are short, they're long, they're thick teddy bear coats, and they're lovely and thin. Light but very warm is the main thing.
So tell me about the ones you've brought in, bearing in mind you'll have to describe them because it's radio.
Think of a teddy bear. I know it's being filmed as well where we are at the moment for later use, but for now, this is like, think of your classic teddy bear, and this is like the material, but it is soft, even though you'd think an adult's coat would be a bit harder. This is a bit hard, it is good quality, but it's still soft but durable. It's light but very warm. This one is very thin. There's a lovely hood with it, and if I turn up the hood, it's almost as if there's a kind of like a fleece lining to it. But again, it is light but super warm. You have your zip as well. What's good about this, you don't have to be an exact size, because this will fit a size 16 to 26, no problem.
Okay.
It is the style of coat. It is the drop sleeve, so you can wear it like they done in the 80s with the oversized jumpers. This is like, I wouldn't exactly call it an oversized coat because this one isn't. But it seems to fit every shape, size. It doesn't matter whether you're a pear shape, an apple shape, if you're a ruler, it seems to be suiting a lot of people.
Now, you've brought it into us to show, and the coat you've just been showing us there is kind of a, what would you call that?
I would call this a gingerbread man. They would call it colour, not man as in
a gingerbread
teddy bear. That is the colour. But again, the manufacturers call this rust.
Yeah, it is rust, really. Yeah. Okay. And that actually, I kind of like that, but I must say that the other one you've brought in, I love that colour. That's kind of a grape, is it?
Yeah, it is a grape, or the manufacturer, again, I don't know if he's colourblind or she is colourblind. They call this mauve. I think
mauve.
They're trying to be posh more than anything else, mauve.
Okay, and this one is slightly different because it's like a teddy bear effect for the upper half, and then the lower half of it is
like a quilted jacket. So this jacket is a small bit confused. It would be the best way to describe it. It is actually a bigger fitting than the other jacket, and this really fits up for the bigger sizes, going up towards a 28. Again, this has the lovely, when you can tell when something is good is when it has its metal zip. I always go for metal. It's always better than plastic. It's more durable.
A metal zip.
You can pay this coat in a €300 coat. This isn't, by the way, but it might have a plastic zip. This one has a metal zip.
It's more durable.
And it's more durable.
So those coats, do they come in other colours as well?
They come in other colours as well, but I think this also comes in what they call a Chinese greta, which is a black and white. It also comes in a teal, also comes in a black. There are several different colours that they come in. They're coming and going. But the reason why I brought it in, they do a lovely men's one as well. Paul Gallivan does one with a hood and without a hood. Children's wear have it. It is the item of the season. And I kept that back from me the last time. I said I wasn't showing you everything.
You're right. So those are flying out the door at the moment. it's interesting, isn't it? Because the weather, even though it hasn't been great, but it hasn't been that cold up until maybe today. So people are getting in early to buy their cosy coats.
They are. This is the time. There's no point in waiting till
everything's gone.
Till everything is gone. Now is the time when you've the best choices. Personally, we've been lucky where we have been able to reorder these teddy bear coats again, but there are other jackets I can't get reorders of. The manufacturers have kept things so tight. If there is a bit of a rush, if we're going to have a cold winter, come Christmas, there'll be nothing there.
Yeah.
Or very little choice.
Okay, that's
very
interesting.
Very little choice.
Now, the other trend you've brought in, and this is a trend that's continuing from previous seasons, is the faux fur.
Faux fur, yes, coming back.
Love that.
This is a lovely poncho. And
that's
again,
gorgeous.
It's in the off-white. That makes it so luxurious. And again, if you wanted to team it up, everyone would think of your navy, but they never think of putting your tan jeans with something like that to make it a bit more casual. You can dress these up or you can dress them down very easily.
And that's, again, just to describe for people who don't see the video, it's like a poncho type.
A poncho type. Again,
but faux fur.
But faux fur. Light but warm. It's like what I had said in our last fashion fix. A touch of luxury without the luxurious price. And that's what they're doing. It's like that, dare I say, that Russian spy kind of a thing with being layered in fur. But this is faux fur. And it's something that you can have fun with, even though people are afraid of the off-white. Oh, I'll spill a drink over me. Don't worry, pop it into the washing machine and away you go.
Oh, really? Is that fully washable?
That's
machine
fully washable. A lot of the faux fur that's out there now is. Now, there would be one or two, but I can stand over these ponchos. They are brilliant for machine washable. And actually, at times, it fluffs up the fluff even better again. But keep it away from the tumble dryer.
Okay,
keep
let
it away
it dry
from
naturally.
Tumble. Yes.
And Danny, what would, like, that to me looks very dressy, that faux fur poncho.
It is, but you can dress it down, like if you wanted to give it a kind of a weekend look or whatever. Get your
very fancy hat.
I
like
know,
that.
Yeah. It just adds almost that bit of chicness to it, but country chic with the
Fedora?
Fedora, yes. I nearly said something else. But again, it just adds that touch of elegance to it and makes it a bit more casual, but also gives it another dimension as well.
Yeah, you see, I'm looking at that now and I'm thinking someone going to Punchestown, is it, over Christmas?
Yes,
or whatever,
yeah.
Fedora and the faux fur poncho.
Or dare I say it, even a Christmas Day look with your navy, or again, you can go your lovely, lovely. Again, there's so many different colours for this, it would make you laugh. Spice colour trousers as well. But it just adds that lovely bit of richness and it shouts winter as well. You can dress it up over a dress if you're going to a wedding as well. It is one of these pieces that we put into our wardrobe, but we think dressy all the time. But sometimes we need to look at it another way to get the wares out of it, price per wear.
Yeah, price per wear is the key thing. Now, you've also brought in some other coats for us, aside from the teddy bear ones and the faux fur.
Yes, I think there was a question the last time, and even at that, I was keeping away from these type of coats. They're your classic winter coat. And the reason being is there is wool in this one. The prices were gone sky high. This is your classic 4-button coat. Lovely slit pockets at the side.
Lovely colour too.
Yeah, it's an unusual colour. They put it down and it was the first time the manufacturer, and I'm at an estate blue. And I thought, is it an estate car or is it an estate in England or
a country estate?
Country estate? They're getting very grand. But again, this came in at the right price because I wasn't overpaying for it. The weight of this alone is something else.
And this is kind of a bluey colour. And is it what, about 3/4 length?
Yeah, 3/4 length, yes. Where you'd have it. It's almost like an electric blue rather than a navy. There is a bit of a bang off it, and it has that lovely V-neck with the collar, which is very important. Again, with this, you could use it for your Sunday coat. You can bring it to a wedding. You can do so much with it. You can also wear it with your pair of jeans and throw a scarf over it. Quite easy.
Dress it up or dress it down.
Yeah.
And what kind of material would you call that?
It would be what they would call a material coat. I'm trying to use the exact word now and it has gone from me. There is a 30% wool mix in this with polyester. Now, the polyester, number one, we normally keep away from it, but it's very good with wool for lasting power and the quality of it.
Show us one more before we go to break, Danny.
The other one I'm going to show is almost like a bear coat. And when I say bear coat,
we're back to teddies again.
It's on the teddy team, but it is a bit thicker than the teddy. I would call this more of a bear. This is another look that's hitting the shots.
Now, you see, I think you would actually look like a real-life teddy bear in that.
Yeah, feeling the
Not
stroke
you
of it. Yeah.
But you would actually look like a teddy bear.
Don't wear it unless people come up for a stroke of it. It is so
people
lovely.
will come up and start stroking you.
Yeah, it is so luxurious in one way. But again, it's just the style that's out there at the moment, and even the colour going into the browns, the taupes, the darker colour, but still there's a bit of colour from it. You have your buttons, you have your collar, but if you're not into the longer teddy bear coats, these are ideal.
Yeah, that'd be lovely with a nice cream scarf, maybe.
Yeah, it is quite easy.
Danny, we'll hold you there because we've got to take a break. I'm just wondering, does anybody out there want some advice about maybe buying a coat? Maybe it's what you plan to do this weekend, or when your next paycheck comes in, you've decided you're going to get yourself a decent winter coat. Maybe you have a question for Danny and you would like to pick his brains. Well, feel free. He's going to be with us for another 15 minutes or so. 083 300 3300 is the number to text or WhatsApp us this afternoon. Maybe you have an occasion coming up as well and you're looking for advice about what to wear. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more fashion with Danny after these. Now, Danny Leane is here in studio with us for this month's Fashion Fix. And just to remind you that we are videoing is the wrong way. I keep saying videoing, I'm showing my age. I was going to say taping, filming it. That's a simple thing to say.
You're putting us up there now with RT and Netflix and all that, yeah.
Anyway, we're filming it at the moment, so it's going to be up on Facebook and I believe up on YouTube as well at some stage. A couple of questions for you, Danny. A listener says, what would Danny advise for a wedding a few days before Christmas in Kerry? And by the way, I'm no spring chicken, says that person.
Coming up before Christmas, I think it has to be sparkles to go with the surrounding. Depending on it, do they give their colouring or anything like that? Or again, go with the reds, go with the blacks, go with the greens.
Silvers.
Be very careful with silvers because a lot of the silvers this year are the white silvers. And what they do at times, particularly if it is up near your face, it can
drain
paste you out. Yeah. Just be careful with those. Again, you can always put a shawl or a scarf or something around it, or apply the makeup a bit more heavier, would be another way around it, or bring in a bit more colour to the makeup. But like that, there are lovely greens out there of different colours, the reds, even navy is beautiful. But I would go a bit of glitz for Christmas.
Okay, and could you, are you talking about a dress or?
You could be a dress, or you could be,
I think if you have a very dressy coat, it looks well for a winter
coat,
wedding.
Yeah, like I showed you there in the navy colour, that can be dressed up, put a lovely scarf around it. Or again, you don't have to go a dress, you can always go a trousers. You can play up in a bit of lace, go with your jacket over it. There's so many different ways that you can
Yeah, so maybe a dressy coat and even if you want to wear trousers, a very nice
classic trousers,
sparkly top or something.
Yeah, perfect. It'd be beautiful.
Anne wants to know, she says, what style of coat would suit a smaller lady who's under 5 foot?
The best thing is either go for a 3/4 with a slit at the side so it doesn't cut your legs off, or go for more of a crop style jacket. And when I mean more of a, I haven't got one with me here now, with all the lengths I have in jackets, go for a shorter kind of a jacket to show off your legs. Even though that you can be small, some people still can have longer legs and shorter torso. But if you have longer legs, go with maybe a 3/4 coat, but make sure there's a slit at the side of it so that everyone can see your legs from front, side and back.
A lot of people texting in asking roughly how much are the teddy coats?
The teddy coats can range from any price from $39.95 up to $195.
Okay.
In different shops around the place. The one I have in plain one is $49.95.
Yeah, that's not going to break the bank.
No.
And it does look nice as well.
And it's good quality for it as well.
Okay. Another question in for you, Danny. What would you wear over a half-sleeve bottle green sequined dress?
Bottle green. Oh, we could have fun with that. We could go for a faux fur wrap, as in half. You could go for the poncho I showed you earlier.
In what colour, though?
In the off-white would be gorgeous.
The off-white with the bottle green would be, yeah.
Or that taupey kind of a colour would be lovely as well with the green. But I would go the off-white to give it that bit of, not white, off-white.
Off-white.
It would give it that bit more of a luxurious touch.
The wow factor.
Yeah, wow factor. But again, you can always throw a wrap around it just as easy and get a magnetic brooch to keep it in place for that lovely, chic, expensive look as well.
Super.
Do you know, there's so many ways you can style things up.
Absolutely. Danny, you were reminding me there before you came on air that there is graduations coming up at MTU Kerry very soon, and I'm sure now a lot of people listening will have got their graduation outfits for their son or daughter's graduation, but if they haven't, any advice? Even
for themselves, if you're going as a guest or whatever, it's nice to have the good winter coat. Again, you don't have to go dress, you can go trousers as well, quite easy. Keep it classic is what I'd say, because if you're getting your photograph with your son or daughter, that's going to be up on the wall for a good bit. So maybe the teddy bear cardigan or coats may not be a good thing, but the other classic coats and jackets will be.
Yeah, so you're a good coat.
You're a good coat. Yeah, you're a good coat. And that goes for men and women.
Okay.
Do you know?
This next one, I'm not sure whether it came in from a man or a woman, but I just have a sneaking feeling it might have come in from a man. This person says, I'm not really sure if this is a fashion question. Ask Danny this. I'm in my 40s and I wear a chain outside my T-shirt. At what age does a chain go out of fashion with clothes like a T-shirt?
Never goes out of fashion.
Yeah, well, here I am wearing 2 chains over my...
There's one thing you won't catch me doing.
Yeah.
Because I find if I have a chain, I feel as if I'm being choked. I must have been hung in a former life. It doesn't matter. I have teenagers, they love their chains. I had an uncle that loved a chain and he lived till his 80s. It doesn't matter. It is all down to the person that's wearing it.
Funnily enough now, I don't like jewellery on men at all. Or anything around their necks.
You shock me.
Yeah,
you
I don't
shock
like
me.
it. I don't like the look of it. Sorry now, guys. A watch and a ring is fine. That's
about
enough.
A brooch?
No.
Oh my. Oh.
I'm very conservative.
Are you shocked me?
And I don't like pink on men either.
And I'm wearing a pink shirt, by the way.
Is that pink? It doesn't look pink.
Yeah, it's pink. And up till this year, I wouldn't, because when you were brought up by the brothers, there were certain colours that you wouldn't wear. But if the way I see it is if a client is coming to me and I'm trying to get them into a colour, and I go, oh, that's one colour I won't wear. That is the colour I'll try and get them to wear. Because again, if it suits them.
Yeah, you've
and
got
I
to
think
practice
with
what you
I'm
preach.
wearing, yes.
Okay. But you wouldn't wear a chain. You see, I don't. There's something about chains.
I don't,
on men.
because it is a sensation around my neck I don't like.
You
I will
don't
wear
like
a brooch. I could wear 2 or 3 rings, even though I'm only wearing 1 ounce as my wedding ring. But I do have another ring or 2 that I could wear. I think...
Sure, look, what I think, you know, this, even the question was like, I'm in my 40s, at what age should you not be? I think those days are gone.
They are. And I think it's with, what's his name there, that made the chain come back into fashion big.
You're gone blind.
Paul Mescal. He made it more popular again for men to be wearing jewellery. I think it's for everyone, but it's up to yourself. I know some people may, you're too old for that, you're never too old anymore, whoever says that.
Yeah, you see, we should dress for ourselves and not for other people.
And that is something I've been preaching for a while as well, you know.
Danny, we don't have a huge amount of time left, but is there anything else you'd like to show us or tell us about before we wrap up?
I suppose the other thing when it comes to spring or autumn winter, I know I'm buying spring summer at the moment or finishing it off, are the texture cardigans and stuff. They're really big in. Again, they're light, but they're warm. And you can do so much with them, dress them up or dress them down.
Textured cardigans?
Textured cardigans. Someone would call them
Now, there's something there at the back of your rail that's kind of pinky, like a blazery thing.
Yes.
That has caught my eye.
Yeah. This is, you could nearly call it a bomber style influence to the cardigan. It has a zip, it has a pocket, but they updated this kind of a coat again, cardigan jacket. There's a good bit of weight to it, but the reason why I brought it in was because of the colouring. There's a bit of black, but there's also that lovely fuchsia pink going through it, and then they've thrown in colours of rust. Again, it is just with the cold weather, this is ideal.
Splash of colour.
Yeah, splash of colour. If you're in the office, if you're going to graduation, you can dress it up, dress it down. You know,
Danny, just a final parting shot, if you like, a little bit of advice for anyone who's maybe thinking of, as you said already, buying a new coat for Christmas. They're flying out of the shop, so you really should kind of get, you know, the pick of the stuff is in at the moment.
They have been coming earlier, but the pick is in. And again, depending on you, dress for your height, dress for your shape. But instead of, and I'm always preaching this as well, don't look with your eyes. Actually try on, because you can be surprised. If you think a coat is going to be too chunky, just watch the way they have done the lines, because they can be the lines of the coat, the stitching. The illusion look has been in. I said it the last time I was in. It's the same with the outerwear, with the coats. Watch out as well for a coat that might have the princess cut, and you're going to ask me, what's the princess cut? It is where they bring it in here. Oh, it isn't in this one now, and I thought it was.
Okay.
It's where they have a curve on here. That normally indicates it's going to be a smaller fit.
Okay. We've got to leave it there, Danny, because we're out of time. But great to see you as always, and thank you for showing us all those lovely items. And of course,